afternoon, guys. This is David and Damien from iParts4U. We're here today to talk about forward machines, and specifically the forward cutter machine, and here to answer your questions and talk about what it can do, and how to apply films, and just generally, what the main points are of the machine and how it can benefit your business in terms of profitability and getting screens cut without having loads in stock of tempered glass. So the main points for the forward machine is you do not need liquid to apply the screen protectors. You just cut the film and then apply it to the screen. There's over 10,000 devices in the forward database. So all the latest phones, they come out pre-launch. There's WhatsApp groups, which isn't owned by us, it's run by the users, and there's plenty of help on there. So should you have any questions regarding any help, then that group is amazing. We also have a Facebook group where there's always someone on hand to help out with any questions. It is a very good community, so if it's something that you're looking to invest in, it would certainly add profitability to your company. If a customer walks in, has a phone screen repair, you can just say, for an extra £10, you can have a screen protector fitted. Most customers will opt for that, and that's going to give you a high percentage of profit. The markup is really, really high. The films cost 68 pence. It's the lowest cost in the market for the films. They're very good quality. We'll go through it today. We'll fit a screen protector. Damien's got a couple of phones to show you. And also, we've got skins that look like this, and there's over 100 different skins in stock. And we can also, if you buy the custom print kit, you can print your own custom images. One of our customers sent us this image earlier today, which is a picture of their dog. And if it's company logos as well, if you want to do custom logos for specific companies where they want to put it on their colleagues and their staff's phones to protect phones, then that's something you can do also. It's really unique to this industry. There isn't many options out there where you can do custom prints for skins, and we can cut up to 20 inches on these machines. There's 20-inch film available, where you'll be able to cut for Macs and iPads, whatever you need, basically. Anyway, let's talk about fitting a screen protector to a phone now. I know some are interested on how the application works, whether it's easy. So I think, let's give it a shot. Let's show how easy it is. Damien's going to fit a screen protector on there. We'll go for a clear one now. Whilst Damien's cutting that, let's talk about the boxes of protectors. They come in 50 packs. There is a clear, an anti-blue, and an anti-glare. They all come in 50 packs, and like I said, they work out 68 pence a film per device, and most customers sell those for around £9.95, £10 for screen protection. So Damien's just going to show you how that's cut. Just inserting the film into the machine, and then choose your phone option here. I'll get some focus on that so you can see. So choose your phone, wait for it to load. Oh, someone's logged us out, so just let's go to account, log out. Log back in. Go to account, mate. Yeah, log out and log back in. There you go. So into there. We're just waiting for the database to load on that. A second, there we go. Use your phone. As you can see, all the latest phones are in there. Now there's different cut options within this. You've got front screen protection and back screen protection, and you've got options with cover, frosted cover. Now frosted is for the anti-glare, so it doesn't stop your front cameras from working, and you've also got a privacy cover. The privacy ones cut at an angle to not affect the polarizer on the screen, So as we're doing a clear one, we're just going to do one with cover, that one there. Yeah, I'll cut that one for us, Damien. As you can see, it's reasonably quick at cutting the covers out. Just going to cut this one out for you. There we go, and that's it, done. Take it away, and we'll go through the process of cutting that, just putting that to phone now. We'll go back to the main camera. There we go, that's a bit clearer, isn't it? Whilst Damien's doing that, I'm just going to show you some of the other options. There's 13-inch film, and there's 20-inch film and 16-inch films available. We also have a privacy film. I'm just going to pop that over here so you can see. They come in 20 pieces, and they're a matte privacy film. It's good for customers that have got sensitive data on their devices. Yeah, there's definitely a high markup with that. You want to be selling the privacy film between £15 and £20 a sheet, and it costs you just shy of £3 a sheet. Certainly something to do. So we can start by cleaning the device just to make sure there's no dust on the screen. We took a timer to this. See how long it takes. Damien's cleaning that. If I peel off this protection, if we go to the main point, screen. Okay, so on the corner of the film, there's a piece here which you can peel off, break the seal. So it's good to basically peel off the outer edge first to keep the other sheet as flat as possible. You peeled off around the outside edge, you're just left with the film on the sheet. So, and all you need to do is just start it off on each side, bending the edges and then just squeezing it like so, and then that will come off, and then Damien then can apply that onto the phone, even your back sheet. Take it back to close up on Damien so you guys can see it. So you're just lining up that sheet over the screen now, making sure the position's correct. So this is just getting your position correct now. Once you're happy with it, just literally lift one end up. If you're not happy, you can reposition it. So that there is basically the position holder. So if you lift up one end and apply that. Okay. So you just keep you see the break point, you push forward with the spudger now, and this stops any bubbles from getting stuck in the device as it's being applied. And even if you've got a few tiny bubbles in it, they do tend to disappear within 24 hours, sometimes less. Or if you want to speed the process up, a little bit of heat will do the job. It's important when you're doing the center point line that you put the spudger slightly back from the line, and then peel the screen protector back to the spudger. And what this will do is stop that line in the center, which quite a lot of protection films have. It just tries to avoid that as best as possible. So this process now, you just remove any lines you can see as best you can. You can use a cloth or you can use the plastic spudger. Once you're happy with it, then you have to remove the top layer. So Damien will get that done when he's happy with it. No pressure.
Yeah, like I didn't do the best job, but
real world experience. So yeah, there's a little top sheet basically on top of that, which is a little bit thicker than the actual screen protector, just to allow you to get the position correct and to apply the film to the screen. There we go, and that's the screen protection done. So if there's any sort of little marks afterwards, you can definitely deal with that. They will come out, tiny little bubbles like this will tend to come out of the screen anyway, within a short period of time. The main points of hydrogel is they're basically invincible. You can't feel them so much. They're very, very thin, so they feel really nice. The customer doesn't even know it's there, but it will protect the screen a little bit better, especially from those nightstand drops that seem to happen by themselves. It's definitely something that you might want to put on customers' repairs. You know, a little bubble there, but we can take that out. So, like I said, you can take bubbles out with a little bit of heat as well. Just work them out, and then anything left will come out. But yeah, you go. You can do the screen section on that. Now we did do a privacy one. So this is the privacy one on a 12 Pro Max, and as you can see, if I turn it sideways, it comes into view. It's pretty cool. That's a matte protector as well. The can't see it on there, can you? We also did a back wrap on this, so as you can see, it's pretty sparkly. You know, it wouldn't be my personal choice, but some people like this sort of thing. Pretty cool. We've also got like a customized back skin. So the customized back skin, like this one here. Now, once you've printed the material, you need to protect the print. So it's a two-part thing. You print on this material, okay, and then you get this sheet which goes over the top of it. The process is pretty simple, very similar to the process you saw earlier. You peel the backing sheet off. You line it up with the top. Again, if you don't get the position correct, you can peel it back off and you can re-stick it, but just try and do the best you can. You know, not everyone's perfect at this sort of thing. And you get the larger one for iPads. You put it on there. And there's a backing sheet on this as well. So you literally grab that and push it along, which protects the print. So that now has a film protection on it to protect that sheet so it can't be scratched. Then we run it through the cutter to apply it to the back of the thing. So if I give that to Damien, he can cut that one off. So slight adjustment because the custom back films are slightly longer. You know, when you're doing phones, you're only using the 3 rollers. When you're doing iPads and tablets and MacBooks and stuff, you always use the 4 rollers, slightly wider film. So on this, we would choose the back cover protector. Now there's some different options here. You've got the full wrap or just the back cover, depending on what you want to do. Some people aren't confident with the full wraps, so you know, you could just do one on the right, which says iPhone 8B. So we'll just do that for this one. Just for the purpose of this, we'll do a full wrap in a minute and show you how it's done, because I know some customers want to understand how to do that well. Something that we've had a bit of practice with. They do look good once they've been fitted. So any questions so far? It's all quiet, people watching. Okay, so that's your back wrap done. So all we need to do is plot out the camera holder and the logo. Oh, unfortunately, we didn't plan that very well. We put it right on the dog's face. Poor doggy. We should have moved that around a little bit. Dog's lost his face. So that's the logo out of the way. And we're just going to remove the flash holder, so that still works. And then remove the camera lenses. So it's a bit like vinyl wrapping. You have to take your time with it if you want to get a perfect job. You want to make sure you clean the back of your phone when doing this process as well. I think maybe we should have talked about the Apple parts system at the moment. A lot of people seem to be interested in that. Who's going to sell the parts? Certainly a good question. Is it going to be Apple? Is it going to be a third-party wholesaler? We'll have to wait and see, I think. Be interesting news. Right. So just want to make sure as much dust is off the back of that as possible. The backs obviously aren't as important as the fronts when making sure it's completely dust-free, because you're covering over it. It's not see-through or anything. So unless you're putting a clear wrap on the back of the phone. So here we go. Okay. There you go. Going through the whole process. So the back films, they apply similar to the front screen protectors. You have a center point. There's a question here. So it looks like the custom prints app on the phone, it is more left than it is on the app when it comes to cutting. Not sure if it's something that we're doing. Okay, we can look into that. We'll certainly come back to you about that. I haven't come across that ourselves. Now there is certainly some settings. It depends on which printer you're using, because when we first got the printer, there was a setting that we didn't have correct, because we weren't using the one that the manufacturer was specifying, because it wasn't something that was available in the UK. So we went with our own, and we had to make our own settings on it, and that works really well. We got the position pretty good. But yeah, if you send us over what printer you've got, we'll certainly see if we can figure out between us what it is to get that correct. It should, the image itself should look a bit like this. I don't know if we can just come back to the main screen quickly. You shouldn't have much of a border around the outside. So just want to make sure that your image is printing out like that. Now, when we first got ours and we got it wrong, there was quite a big gap at the bottom. And that was a telltale sign that that wasn't in the correct place. So we want to make sure that's right. So looks like, let's go back to Damien. Right. So just like the screen, you got your position holder, and the center point break line. So Damien's going to lift up, and you'll be able to see. There should be a break point note. It's just further back. I think there it is. So there's like a clear film which covers the back of it. So you want to use a spudger. You see that? Really hard to get this on video, but yeah, you want to get your position correct and just push that forward. Now, I know that there are some that are a little bit unfamiliar with using the heat on this, so you definitely want to be using heat on the edges. We've got another question: how reusable are these stickers? Could they be cleaned and reused? Just to check on that, Craig, are you referring to the back? So once the back's being stuck down, can it be relifted up and put back down, or do you mean the undersheets that are on the bottom of that? So the position holder for when it's loose on top, because that can be moved around quite a bit. You know, we've had to reposition 10 or 12 times, so it should be fine. So when Damien's finished with that, I've got a little bit of heat here, so we'll just apply a little bit of heat on that edge just to get that shaped up nice. So with the edges, you want to get that fairly warm, and it tends to shrink around the edges, and as it's heating up, you just want to, you can see the sheet change as it's getting hot. It shrinks down, and try and get an angle on it so you guys can see it. So I'm using a 140 degrees 35 air on this one right now, so you don't want to use it really hot, just enough to heat it up. Now I know some of the guys on the groups have been using a little bit of primer, but if you do this right, there shouldn't be a need for it. Once you're stuck down, it should stay down as long as it's heated up well. So just run that once more around the edge, especially around the camera lens. You know, you don't have to use your fingers. You're a little bit nervous about it, you can use one of these tools just to get that edge nice, but you get the general idea. Just put that back over there. Just show you that and get a little bit closer to the screen. So you see it's like curved around the edges now. So not a full wrap, but just the back. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? You know, I think it's going to be really popular at Christmas time for putting, like, you can have your own custom Christmas wraps on the back of phones. So if you want to make your own images up, there's going to be some good options there. You know, I don't know how much you guys are aware. They stick on metal housings absolutely fine. The material sticks on pretty much anything, to be honest with you, apart from sawdust. Don't do that. Yeah, they're really good. They do stick down well. So yeah, definitely worth a go. If you know, there will be hopefully an option to print custom wraps in the future for bigger sizes. At the moment, it's just for mobile phones. But it is a good solution, and like I said, for Christmas, extra selling. The temperature that I used on that was 140 degrees and 35% air. Now, that if you've got a quick station, we're using about 140 degrees on that with 50 air. So it depends on what you're using. You don't have to use a hot air station. You can use a heated mat as well. As long as you can get that film hot, it will just help mold that shape on the edges, and it'll make the process quite quick. Some other questions that we've had with regards to like the Ford machine is, okay, what about watches? Is it going to waste a load of material when we cut watches? Well, no. So I did a couple earlier. I don't know if we can get a close shot on this. So we got a Hawaii watch or Samsung watch. It's nice and round. So it cuts 6 watches out of that, and again for the iWatches, 6 on that as well. So from one cut you get 6 screen protectors for the watches. So just to go through that. Is there any other questions whilst I'm here, guys? If you've got any questions regarding, so does it shrink down? So another question by Craig, does it shrink down or when heated, or is it like activating adhesive? What sort of adhesive backing does it use? Okay, so yeah, it does shrink round. What I'm going to do in a minute, we'll cut this out for an iPhone 8, but we'll do a full wrap on this. And we'll get a close-up of the shot on the edges so you can actually see it. When the material is stuck down, and you heat it and you stick it and you get the heat on it, you can watch the materials change shape as it basically stretches around the device. It's almost like a shrink wrap material. It's very good. The adhesive on it, I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I can certainly ask the question of the manufacturer. It is very good. It's a hydrogel material, so I'm guessing it's acrylic based, and that's the reason it stays stuck. You know, don't get me wrong, personally, if I was doing a custom wrap like this, I would probably put a clear case around it to protect it even further, to keep it looking nice. You know, because you could if it's scratched against the floor or something like concrete, it is gonna damage that layer, but it should protect the device. You know, you can't even see the screen protector on that as well. How does it compare to other manufacturers' custom prints? Well, I don't actually know any other manufacturer currently that offers a custom print solution for the mobile device cutting facility. Now, obviously there are plotters out there where you can get your own images and print it on a vinyl material, but it costs quite a lot of money. This is a low-cost solution. Excuse me, just gonna have a drink sec. A lot of talking. You know, I don't know of a solution out there. Now, I'm sure there are solutions, but I haven't come across one. So if you guys know of one, let me know and I'll have a look into it. But this works out about £3 a print custom, and you can cut it to any phone you want, and it's an easy solution and profitable. Can any printer work on the film paper? Yeah, pretty much, as long as the material that's going through, so one we printed earlier, it has to go through flat. You can't be bending it back on itself because it won't work. It needs to go flat through the printer. So we currently are using a Canon one. We bought a very cheap Canon one, but there is more expensive 6-color Canon printers, about £250, and they do offer much higher color and look better. I missed that last question. Could we do that? I've just missed a bit on it. So asked about printed paper. Is it special material owned painted by Forward or just generic material? I don't know if it's painted. I'd have to ask Forward about that. But it is a solution which is available right now with us and Forward. I don't know anyone else that's got it. But I'm glad you're here, Rohit, because we used your image earlier. Don't worry, we'll print one for you as well, and we won't cut the doggy's face out this time. So you have to let us know what phone you want it for. You know, there's another thing that I didn't mention as well. We've been building guides in the background to help you guys out with processes, not just for Forward machines, but for Apple devices as well. And we've got a guide on the sublimation and custom printing, and it's very comprehensive. There are more guides on the way to how to apply front films, back films, but the process is fully documented. Obviously, if you're using different printers, we haven't got a guide for every printer, but the settings are going to be very similar. You know, you have to buy this dongle to use the Forward print software. Obviously you can print directly on the material with any printer without the dongle, but you wouldn't get the position correct. So for the extra cost of the dongle, it's definitely worth something to buy it to get that right, and it works well with the Forward machine. It's a good bit of kit. Now, one of the processes which we showed earlier is bonding this material to this. The process is really, really simple. Just make sure you get that front bit lined up. There's a line point in there. I don't know if we can get it on camera, can we? Yeah, just about. Do you see a line just here? That's the bit that goes at the top. So it goes at the opposite side to the arrow. So the arrow here, it goes on this side. So you start with the line this side round. So you make sure you get that right, because I noticed that some customers, they've had it round this way and they've got this nasty line in the cut. So you just want to make sure you get that right. Any other questions so far? Okay. What cut did you use when you put the glitter skin on the frame and back? We used a setting 6 to cut that on it, and that's gone around the edges as well. Now with the 12s, with the square edge phones, you got ones that wrap around, or you can cut the edges separately, so you don't get this line. So you just want to make sure you do that. Again, I've used heat to apply that around there. The other thing that we've done for the Forward brand, because Forward, we know that Forward isn't very easy for you guys to sell to your customers, because they wouldn't know what that is. So we've actually come up with our own brand for the Forward machines, and it's something that you guys can push. And we've actually created POS for that, and it's called ProGuard. So you can sell that material off as ProGuard, and we've done some really good POS, which is available on the Forward Facebook page. You can just download the POS. You know, it's really good, and you can put the posters up outside your shop. It'll help you sell it. Hopefully we'll have more coming in the future, which will help you create more sales on it. But it's really, really good, and you should look at that. The other thing you might notice behind me, we've got a Bluetooth machine now as well. So it doesn't actually have this one here. It doesn't have a screen on it, literally just has a QR code. It's slightly cheaper, offers all the same benefits, but doesn't have the on-screen. So you do everything from your mobile device, and you log into the app, and you can cut it from your mobile device. It's a little bit cheaper, and if you're working from a van or something, then that's a good option to save you some money. I don't know if you guys seen, but we are offering some good deals on the Black Friday deals at the moment for the Ford machines. Something you should probably check out, especially if you're looking to get one in. It's definitely a good option, and you know, this will add value to your business. The deals that we got at the moment, they come with 50 films plus a sample pack from Ford. And for those 50 films, if you sold those at a tenner each, that will pay for the machine and some. So you really are going to make some profit there, especially if you sell them at £10 a screen protector. If you're doing back skins, you want to be getting like 15 to 20 quid a skin for the time. Should we do a full wrap cut? So we'll do this so you guys can see it. Starry night, classy. We see a close up of the shrinking occurring during the heating. I'll certainly try Craig. Pattern laptop lids. Certainly try. The important thing is, I don't know if you guys, if you've already got a machine, some of these films, they come with a clear sheet over the top. Now you need to remove that sheet before applying heat to it, because it just shields the heat and it just doesn't allow that shrinking process. The bottom left hand corner one, I think, mate.
Without logo?
Yeah, without logos, do that. Can you use other brands of hydrogel sheets in the Ford machine cutter? Yes, you can use other sheets. However, when you buy a pack of screen protectors, you get a QR code, and that basically tops up the machine. So this is a 50 pack, you get 55 cuts applied to the machine. So if you're using other films, then obviously you're not going to be able to top up your machine. So it's, you know, I guess the reason you'd probably be looking at getting other versions of Hydrogel is possibly to save small costs. However, as far as I'm aware, we are the lowest cost solution on the market. Perhaps it's because you want a thicker Hydrogel. That might be possible, but don't forget, when you top up, you do get a few extra. So if you're looking to use an old aftermarket one, then you certainly can do that. Right, let's have a go at this on screen. I'll do my best for you, Craig. If it goes wrong, no, there's a few little holes that we need to get rid of there. So I'm just going to get some. So probably the worst thing about the back skins is the speaker holes on some of them. Lots of little holes to plot out, so you just want to try and get rid of those as many as you can. Not all of them are like that, but you just want to get those off so they don't affect your sticking. How's everyone's day anyway? How's it going today? You busy? Hope I'm not taking too much of your time up. We will get good at the end. For the people that have attended the chat, we have got a little surprise. So let's see if we can get it. Let's say here a sec. Thanks, mate. Okay, let's get the phone up. Right, we cleaned it. Let's have a quick clean of the phone. It's pretty clean anyway. Just wipe off any dust. So you just want to align that camera holder. There is a question quickly. How serviceable are these? Are you able to provide replacement blades, heads, feeds, wheels? So yeah, the blades do 500 cuts, and you can buy replacement blades for those. The wheels, we can get spares. We have pretty much all spares in stock. And you can buy replacements, but I shouldn't imagine you'd need one of those anytime soon. So we'll see how it goes. We've not had a customer complain of that issue as of yet. So I don't think you'll need that. Trying to get the position right. Down a little bit. Okay, so once you're happy with the position, just get on. No. So what we do with the sides and the top, you just want to get them pushed around ever so slightly, and you just want to work one side at a time. All right, because you don't want to overdo it, and you get a bit of heat there, so it stays stuck down. We're just going to work one, two, probably a little bit quick then, so you didn't see that edge. Do you see that coming down though? I'm just going to run that through on that edge. Let me get a little bit closer on this. So we'll go with this. So you want to go down, right? It's these edges that customers have a question about. So can we zoom in on that? So if we can get close up on this, right, close up roll. Okay, awesome. Right, so if you just watch, do you see that just shrinking around there? You see that? I don't know if you saw it. Try to do it best I could. Once you add a little bit of heat on it, you just rub it out. Just make sure. You go through that again now. Try this top edge. Just going to go around the top. Work on my way around this edge here. And you can see on that edge it's slightly lifted up. Maybe that's the best angle there. If I can keep that angle, if I get enough reach with my hot air. Come over here a little bit. Okay, there we go. Did you see that? There you got it in. Again, just rub that edge out. Try the other edge. So I prefer to do this side before I get onto those edges. So I'm just going to quickly do this edge quickly. So I've got something to work against. Just going to use that. So especially around the buttons, you really want to get that heat in there so it just shrinks it so it doesn't come off. If you are using a hot air station, make sure you're using the handle. I know on some of these pictures online they seem to hold the hot bit. Not a good idea. You know, but they know how to use it, so it's all good. Okay. So next edge. So you can see it's slightly lifted up. Can you see that? Right, maybe we can get an angle over here so we can get to reach. You see that? See how it's shrunk down? And you just use your finger just to bring that off there. That edge. Last corner. Make sure you're happy with your position. And again. Doesn't take long. You know what you're doing. And there you go. What's the best way to convince customers go for these forward hydrogel rather than the tempered glass protection? First of all, tempered glass, once you've dropped it once, it tends to crack or splinter from a chip on the side. You don't get that with forward film, and you can really feel it around the buttons, around the edges. It makes it really thick, And also with a lot of the tempered glass ones, you can't have the cases unless they come in really far in on the screen. So it's very noticeable that you've got that tempered glass there. You don't see it on the forward film protection. This has got a screen protector on it, but you just cannot see, you know, other than some greasy little fingerprints that we've managed to get on it, you can't see it. And if you had one side by side in your shop and showed that to a customer that there's got protection on that, you know, most customers will go with it. They are pretty good. They're strong. You know, in some of our tests, when we were testing the strength of the protector, we've used hammers and all kinds. And I'll be honest, I did one on an 8+ not so long ago, and I didn't break the screen through the front. I actually hit the foam so hard to try and break it that the camera raised on the back went through the back of the phone out to the front. So it wasn't the best, but the screen did survive from the hits from the front. So it wasn't the best test for me. But they are good. What models are not available? Can we submit new models, cuts? Yeah, so as far as I'm aware, there's all kinds of crazy models of phones I've never even heard of on this. If there's something that you can't find, then by all means let us know, and we can get that added. It is something that can be done. It does take a little while, but it can be added. You know, we had a customer that had a contract for a specific device, and they wanted to put screen protection on it, and it wasn't on there. We managed to get it submitted, and that customer does hundreds of film protectors for this company, you know, and he does really well off of it. So lots of good money. Let's just get a screenshot of actually how many options there are. You know, because it's not just limited to phones. There is cars. If we go back to the main menu, so you scroll down through that. So you've got some car radio options. I don't know what ProTank is. There's ProTank, laptops. So ProTank must be something to do with vapes, I think. So you know, there's vape covers. You can put skins on vapes, screen protectors on them, and you've got camera covers, watches, tablets. You know, there's a Marnie on there. Like, you know, if you go into a mobile phone, you know, 20 inches obviously for your MacBooks. If you go into the mobile phones, just go through the manufacturer options for that. It is a cloud-based system, so you know it does have to port it from the cloud. So sometimes it takes a little while, but you know, yes. Do one of you guys want to name a phone, and we'll see if we can find it. It's just put it to a test. Let's see what happens. So a question from Gary Evans. Do the full back covers stick over the newer iPhones with broken glass for customers who just want a cheap fix to the market look good? Yeah, you know, I've seen quite a few customers that have done this. You know, if the glass isn't too shattered, then you can put one of these back films directly over the broken glass, and you know, it's a cheaper alternative to covering something up, especially if you want to offer a custom image. If it's badly damaged, what I've seen a lot of customers do is they just get a clear protection and put that over first, then put a custom print over top, or just one of these standard back covers, skins, and they just put that over the top and it covers it up and it's nice. I know, you know, look what we did earlier, literally just on the black back. If that glass had been cracked, you could cover that up, and that's much cheaper than doing a back glass, and much easier, of course. It takes a few minutes. Now Craig's just asked us to find a phone, Oppo A53s. Let's have a little look. Okay, let's have a little look. Don't fit A53s 5G or just a standard? I assume it is just a 5G, but it's there. We try and find it. A53s. Let's have a little look. Oh, there we go. So the two options, 5G and A53s. If you go into that A53s, what options have you got in there? So we've got some different screen options. So frosted is, again, it's anti-glare, and the clear and anti-blue is the with cover down the bottom there. And You've got back cover options as well for the back films, the skins. But yeah, you know, we've looked at, there's even old Nokias on there. You just, you know, if a customer walks in to have a Nokia, and that is the good thing about this. Like, you cannot stock tempered glass for every mobile device. And this thing here, if a customer walks in off the street, and they got a peculiar phone, because some people, they just buy these cheap phones. They walk and say, look, have you got a screen protector for this phone? And you can check on the device within a few minutes, and that's money there that you wouldn't have got. You wouldn't have had a tempered glass. You might have been able to order one in, but then does the customer come back and have it done? Possibly not. And if you know, a lot of customers know this, that if you've got the product in stock and there, 9 times out of 10 the customer will take it as long as the price point's right. And at £9.95 a screen protector, that's perfectly fine. The tech stop asked the question: you hit the iPhone with a hammer and it didn't shock the LCD underneath. Don't get me wrong, you will damage the LCD eventually, but they're pretty good at taking a hit, you know, just as good as a tempered glass. You know, there's loads of customers that have done the test themselves, hitting them, and they are pretty good. They are there to protect the device. Don't get me wrong, it's not guaranteed that it's not gonna break it, because sometimes you just drop it in a certain way and it will bang it in a certain way. It will damage it, but it limits the amount of damage you're going to get on that device, and it's a good solution. You know, it will protect the device from you know, small scratches and hard objects, used to damage dropping it on the floor and stuff. Again, nightstand damage, it protects on that. Roy as is has asked the question: how do you apply a bigger 20-inch film? We got any iPad screens here? We don't have a 20-inch film in stock just yet, Roy, but we have got some bigger films, bigger screens. I tend to just use one of these, and we work our way from the corner of the device and basically move our way out this way. I fitted quite a few in here to the staff and my tablet, and it's been pretty good. And you know, it's a good option. Now I noticed we've got some new people joining us, so I just thought I'd introduce us again. My name's David. I'm the MD at iParts4U, and this is Damien. He's our head technician here. We're just answering some questions about Forward, and predominantly about screen protection, but we got a lot of Forward equipment in here that we use. We have refurbishment equipment, which we run courses on to show you how to refurbish screens. We've got Forward blue light laser machines in stock, ready to go. You know, if you're looking to remove the glass off the back of your device, loads of things in stock. Loads of these film machines in stock, ready for you guys to make some money. But you know, I understand it's a big investment, and people wanna know if it's going to make them money, and I get that. You know, we all want to be doing stuff that's making them money, but we've sold hundreds of these machines, and all the customers are very happy with them. And if they ever have a question or need help, we're there to walk them through it. And if we're not there, there's a customer WhatsApp group which is led by the customers, and some really helpful people on there. So it's definitely worth doing. Now, Matt Mitchell asked a question: when are the free chocolates coming? So at this time of year, we normally do a little giveaway with our Christmas packages, and yeah, you know, like every other year, we had a pallet full of goodies in this year, so we've mixed it up a bit this year. We've I haven't got them all here. I've got one box here, a little box. We've got some fries, we've got some dairy milk, and we've got some other goodies for the people that don't like chocolate this year. And basically, you'll choose what you want in your order, and we'll send it. And it'll be like last year as well. Say for every £100 you guys spend, we'll send you a box of chocolates. So that's Christmas sorted for your friends and family, innit? Another question, Gary Evans: is there skins for game controllers on there?
Sure, check.
Yeah, we'll have a look. I don't, you know, it's not something that anyone's asked us before, so yes, just have a little look. Let's go for it. Should we go for a Switch, maybe? What are you going for? There we go, switch. Yeah, let's have a little look. Oh yeah, looks like there might be. So try again, just go once that's up. Give it a second. Nothing on that one. Let's try another one. Maybe it's something that might be coming later on. Definitely screen protectors for them. But click on it, see if you got it, Damien. We'll go through that. We'll have a look. We'll ask Ford about that. See if there's an option for it. Another question from Rohit. Do you know if the new customer films by Ford are EU compliant? In what respect, Rohit? What wouldn't be compliant about them? I can certainly ask any question you like about them, for sure. Certainly, look, I'll look into that. See what if there's any specific compliancy on that needs to be done on that. We'll certainly have a look. Another question from Roger. Any possibility of Ford adding a database function for cutting OCA sheets with the zero plotter for refurbishment? That's not something that's in the pipeline. It's not a question that I've asked them. I assume this is because you've got bigger OCA sheets and you want to cut 2 or 3 cuts for it rather than buy a specific size for OCA. And I suppose it's handy when you're doing Samsons because you've got to cut the corner sometimes, so it goes round nice. I can ask the question. I'll certainly put it out to them and just say, is this an option? Thing is with OCA sheets, they're gonna have to get they're gonna have to work out the height of the cut as well, because they're going to be thinner sheets. Certainly something that we can ask about. Any other questions, guys, whilst I'm here? Are the materials recyclable? Well, they are plastic based, so no, general waste only, I'm afraid. You know, there are some wooden looking ones, but they're not wood. They're all material. We have got a few here, just to sort of go through the range, but like I said, there's hundreds of these in stock. We've got, and get a close up with Ollie over there. So you've got some sort of camouflage one here. There's different ones in the thing. That one there is a leather effect. Can't really get it on the screen to show you. You've got carbon. You've got the Starry Night that we've just done. We've got glitter. You know, there's a lot of people that like glitter in here. And this is a blank film, so this is the ones you can print on, and you can print any design you like. You know, we have thought about doing some sort of Christmas images, so that you guys can download the images and print them yourselves for people that want them, and you could add like a personalized text to them and stuff. That might be quite cool. There is a plan in the future to bring out a back cover, and you can print directly onto a back cover, not directly onto the back cover, onto a film, which is then applied to a back cover. So rather than apply it to a back of a phone like we've been doing here, there is some covers coming out, and it will print literally a sticker over the back cover, so it's not putting the image directly on the phone. We have also got some Aurora, so on some of the Huawei's, you've got like a nice effect on the back of the screen. We've got the Aurora films as well, which is quite cool. I know some of the guys have tested that out, put it on the front. It don't look great on the front. I would recommend just having it on the back. It's really hard to use your phone with one of those on there when I tried it. You know, we've got some bigger ones here, or 16-inch carbon effect. So if you wanted to put it on the back of an iPad, that looks really, really nice. I put it on mine. It is nice. You see the iPad there. So they're nice and big. It's definitely a good option. You know, custom prints is definitely the way forward, I think. You know, there's a lot of wraps out there. There's good money to be made in it. But the screen protection on the front of the phone and the custom prints is definitely a big market leader for us at the moment. Question from Harry. How does it compare to Protection Pro? Protection Pro is a different system, a bit like Tech Wrap. You know, the Protection Pro you have to apply with a clear liquid. You don't have to do that on this. This is really simple. You know, Protection Pro offers different benefits, so it's just a different solution. Ours is a low-cost solution to maximize your profit at a lower price point. It's a good solution. The quality of the product's good. lots of customers have got these machines, over 200 machines out there from us, and hopefully, you know, by early next year we'll have more on that as well. But they're great. You know, the Protection Pro, you know, I'm not going to hang about on that. It is a different product. If you're looking for a product that offers insurance, then, you know, that's the way you should go. It's not the same, and, you know, I think if you're looking for something that offers that, then that's the way you want to go. But from a cost point of view, 68 pence a sheet is different to pounds, because you're talking pounds with Protection Pro. It's a big cost difference, and you need to reach a new price point. Another question from Rohit. Just want to make sure this is a permanent thing with you guys, and so you can market it fine without any problems. So yeah, we actually own the rights to the UK and Ireland on this, and we intend on keeping it that way. We have thousands of products in stock, and do you know what? At some point in the near future, we'll do a tour of our warehouse. We've got a very big warehouse. We've got hundreds of machines of these in stock. We've got thousands of films. We've got these, and we're going to be looking after customers for years to come with this. You're not going anywhere. It's something that we're going to support all our customers on, and we put a lot of investment in this. If you look at the guides that we've spent a lot of time on, we've you know, we want to make sure the customers have it right, and, you know, we're doing a lot more in terms of how we can help the customer, especially if the latest devices. We're literally getting the devices in here, we're stripping it down, we're offering training courses so that you guys know how to do it. Question from Paul. Excuse me. Are the custom sheets textured at all? New foams are like bars of soap. Excuse me. Yeah, there is a texture to them. Depends on what you got. I don't know how close we'll get into this. Let me see if we can get the zoom in on it. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but you might be able to just see it a little bit. Not so much on the custom prints, it's quite smooth, but on like the yeah, it's very smooth. On like the wood grain effect, you've got a different texture. On things with like an image on, let me see if I can get one sec. Just got one. So let's have a little look at this one. Here was top clear sheet off of here. You'll see it better on this. Hopefully. There is like you can feel the shape of that, you can feel all these indents here. It's not the easiest to show you, but yeah, you can definitely feel, you can probably hear that. So each pattern has its own texture, depending on what you want. Another question from Scott. Do you guys have a list of blade settings for different cuts? Yeah, on the guide site there is there's a recommended cut setting. You know, it's only a guide, so you might need to adjust it slightly, but they normally work quite well. There you go, James is just getting it up on the screen for you. So we've done a full guide with videos there. You know, we use the same mainframe as iFixit to show our guides off. It's the best guide system out there. It's to help you guys out. You know, we're trying to be as quick as good as possible with this. Bro, he is asking another question. Can you go over the prices again, please? I think I missed it. Any special offers for the new machine? Okay, yeah, sure. So we got 4 deals on the Black Friday deal at the moment. Don't hold me to this because I'm just trying to remember it, but the Bluetooth machine with a pack of 50 films is 275 plus the VAT. I'm just going to get it up quickly just to make sure. I want to make sure we get it right. So we can get a picture of it on the screen. That'll be more helpful to you. 2 minutes. We'll get it through to you. Oh, sorry guys, technical difficulties there. Right, here we go.
Sorry, 1 sec.
We got James working this.
Blame me.
Blame James. So just to sort of anyone that I've missed out, I'm David from iParts4U. I'm the MD here. Damien's next to me. He's our chief technician. You know, and we've got James controlling the screens, Ollie doing the video to my right, and Ree putting the questions up on the screen, I believe. So, you know, there's a few of us here just to answer your questions and try and help you guys out. So, on the screen, oh, it's too small, I can't see it. I don't know if you lot can. So, including VAT, with the custom print kit, this is the Bluetooth version, £420. So this comes with the Bluetooth dongle, 2 packs of films, so 20 back film prints for £420, including VAT. With just the Bluetooth with 50 packs, how much are we seeing that one for? Okay, so 50 packs, £330, absolute bargain. For something that's going to generate, you know, this will give you £500 of income. There's 10 films with the machine. So you've got a couple of back covers, you've got a couple of privacy films, and a couple of clear films and matte films and so on to practice with. And you've got an additional 50 films with the machine, and you know, you should be able to sell those for £10 a piece. That's £500. You're going to make your money back. The standard machine without with the screen, with the dongle kit for printing the custom prints, £480, and then the one with just the 50 pack, we'll get the price up for you right now. You know, that's £390, so with 50 films. So each one of these kits comes with 50 additional films plus a 10 pack of sample pack. Now I know there are a few machines left from the previous batch which have got an additional 30 films with this, so not, instead of having the 10 sample pack, it's got the 30 sample pack. So it's on a first come first served basis. So you want to get your orders in quick if you want one of those. So you got 80 films of that. Can you buy bulk buy your sheets? I usually buy 250 sheets at a time for my DV plotter. Yes. So when you buy 10 packs, the price comes down. So if we just check, if you go on the well, have a quick look at that. It's around 10% cheaper. We'll get up on screen in a minute. If you find it first, I'll carry on talking. But yeah, the clear and the matte films, they come cheaper if you buy them in packs of 10. So 50, so that's 500 sheets. If you're buying 500 sheets, a bit more than what you're buying on Devia, but the price is pretty good. I don't know how much you pay for Devia. We don't know the pricing on that. You know, it is our own product. And then if you buy 10, if you log in as a trade customer, you'll be able to see the 10 pack. He's not logged in, is he? So no, okay, right. It's 10% cheaper anyway. If you buy more, around 10% cheaper. So I'll get a price over to you though, so you know. But there is a bit of saving to be made if you can buy bulk buy packs. But you know, it should be the lowest cost solution on the market. You know, people change their prices, but if you feed back to us that we're not, then we can talk to the manufacturer and we can have a look at that and see if there's something we can work better on. Any other questions so far? Anyone got any questions about anything? Okay. You know, one of the other things you know, we've started running courses on IC chips, charge port replacements, all kinds of things, solder related and screen refurbishment related. We are running course. You know, there is some options there for people. We are running weekend courses as well to help people in. You know, I know a lot of people you want to learn, and sometimes it's difficult with time. So you know, if you want to talk to us, if we can help you in any way develop yourselves, then it's something we will do. We'll try and help as best that we can. You know, the prices we put up a minute ago, that's that's buying the machine outright and owning it. We have started doing a rental plan instead, so you just rent the machine from us, which might be a better solution for some. And it works out, it's a £100 deposit, and then it's a £25 a month fee, and that's just ongoing whilst you have the machine, with the option to buy the machine at the end of 12 months if you want to. But it's a 12-month contract, and you know it might be a bit cheaper for some that can't afford the initial outlay. It might give them an option to buy. That obviously is limited to credit searches and company checks, but you know there is an option there for customers looking to get into it if they haven't got the initial outlay. So just talk to me or Dan about that, or one of the other guys here will be able to help you. Excuse me. There is a question from Joseph Brennan. Is there a pack of mixed backs available? No, is the short answer. It's not the first time someone's asked us about this. You know, we talked about possibly breaking one of each pack down and allowing customers to choose backs. I think the issue is we literally sell hundreds of these back films now. And we need a solution which is going to make that life easier. You know, there's no easy option for us right now to do that. But you know, if you want to give us a call and chat to us about what you specifically want, if you buy, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 back covers, maybe we could do something. You know, there's always an option there if we can help out. Just drop us an email or give us a call, and we'll have a look, see what we can do to help. You know, because I do realise that if you're buying 10 of these, you know, you might not get a customer that wants all 10. They might want 1 or 2. You know, and that can get expensive on the stock holding. But yeah, we'll come up with a solution for that. We can make it better. We're always looking to improve, and feedback like that is what helps us become better at what we do. Any other questions? Been going a fair while now. I'm parched. Still waiting. I got some talking points here, so I'm just gonna go through it, make sure we've covered everything. We've done how to apply a film. There is a guide coming on that, front and back, showing you how to do that, just in case you've got any questions. You know, how to choose the correct sheet. You know, we'll have a guide. If there isn't a guide already, I'm pretty sure there is. On how to choose the correct sheet. There's a new option being added recently for privacy film, and that cuts the sheet at an angle, because obviously each screen will have a polarizer, and this can affect with the polarizer. So you want to sometimes cut at an angle like that, so it cuts the screen in a specific shape on here, so it doesn't cause so much of an issue. You know, a lot of the time it works fine. We've installed one on the 12 Pro Max, and you can see it. It works, and that's not. There wasn't any special gimmick. We just used the anti-glare cut option. That works really well. But that's a good option. You know, another question. Okay. Right, we've got a few customers on here. They want me to do a giveaway. So. One person from the stream will be selected at random after the stream has ended to receive a prize announced in the comments. So today we are going to be giving away a box of prize, which I showed earlier, and a little beanie, a winter beanie for someone. So we'll select that and we'll send that out to you guys, and one of you lucky people can have this. You know, hopefully you love it. The beanies are nice and warm. You know, there you go. You can look just like me. How lucky. And okay, all right, I think that's it for today. I think we've answered as many questions as we possibly can. You know, if you guys have still got any questions or need any help or want to know anything further, you know, give us a call. Be more than happy to help. I think we're going to wrap things up now, guys, and we'll see you later. Nice speaking to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.